Fashion with the Made in Kazakhstan label. The leading and aspiring Kazakh fashion industry designers. Fashion Week reviews, the latest trends, and pointers from the stylists. All your news from the world of fashion and beauty on Fashion Guide.
Today in the program, Sauvage Fashion Week. Bags from Yuki, young designer Aygerim Ayken. New Year's collection of Aygul Kasimova. Modeling appearances at Monaco Fashion Night. Trends of holiday makeup. The Kazakh fashion industry representatives decided to please the public by launching a new international fashion week, Sauvage Fashion Weekend. The initiator of the event was the famous buyer Lilia Ra. She has 20 years of work experience in the fashion business, and she is in good relationship with many fashion houses. Therefore, on the first fashion weekend, the organizer invited brands with a worldwide name: Alexander Vature, Scrambled Ego, MRZ, and Meissen Bohemique. Designers of this brand, Andrei and Artyom, have been sewing red carpet outfits for Russian stars for 6 years. These are iridescent dresses, blouses, and peas, feather tops, and elegant suits. In Kazakhstan, the designers presented the collection in a shortened form. Our week steps were dedicated to the woman, and so far we are true to ourselves. We want to promote femininity and sexuality. To our mind, such eternal qualities are commonly found in a woman. A woman is a flower herself, and she must adore, and she must be adorned. Therefore, we do everything for women. Fans of the brand were surprised by the color scheme. Black fans, Andrei and Artyom, in the new lineup use red, purple, and fuchsia. The designer, Alexander Vature, is nostalgic about the 80th. In the couture collection, he demonstrated mini dresses, three-dimensional bow knots, open shoulders, and décolleté. The keynote of the collection was the Parisian chic, the Parisian style. He wanted this collection to be presented in colors: white, blue, and red. They are the colors of Paris, chic colors that best convey style. The collection is a real mix that exists today between luxury, classic, and elegant clothing, and streetwear, which is more convenient and practical. So the designer combines denim and skin with luxurious fabrics. Simona Marziale, the designer of the Italian brand MRZ, pays attention to the quality of the materials. She thinks the peculiarity of the brand is the use of knitwear. I introduced an element such as trousers, palazzo of knitwear. They emphasize the female silhouette, emphasize the forms, and show advantages. Designer dedicated autumn-winter line of fashion to Iceland. In the collection, you can see all the shades of blue, various prints, and asymmetry. I use asymmetry very widely. This may not be an obvious asymmetry. It can be any detail. For example, a small detail on clothes which makes it unique in its kind. The Scrambled Ego collection was ironic. Wide dresses, translucent fabrics, and drawings on the subject of animations take us to a fairy tale world. We brought the Spring-Summer collection of 2018. The designer was inspired by fairy tales, a fairy tale world. He was inspired by such directors as Tim Burton. Also inspired by unusual outfits from films, pretentious and fabulous style. We completed the fashionable weekend of 55 images which were stylized by Lilia Ra herself and Kazakhstani designer Alexei Sen. According to the organizers, fashion weekends will be held every year. A woman's handbag is a faithful girlfriend and one of the most functional items of our image. No woman of fashion can do without this accessory. The ideal bag should be practical and stylish at the same time. Such models are created by the designer Ajan Bisen, the author of the domestic brand Uki. Its name means eagle owl in Kazakh. Once the feathers of this bird were used as ornaments. as in many folk traditions and beliefs, they had to protect their owner.
В казахском фольклоре ука означает талисман, это оберег.
In the Kazakh folklore, uki means a talisman, that is a protective amulet when the feathers of an owl are used indoors over a crib of children from the evil eye as a talisman. And I decided that this is a very symbolic name, and even more for the product which is produced in Kazakhstan. The concept of the brand is the use of natural materials, so the designer relies on felt. It is a sheep's wool and it is quite durable. Therefore, the bag will please you with its appearance for a year. Such eco models look stylish, they are pleasant to the touch, and suitable for any season of the year.
Эти сумки, они двухсторонние, они разноцветные и подойдут под любой образ.
These bags are two-sided. They're multicolored and fit under any image. They can be used not only in summer or in spring. This material is for summer and winter. It keeps cool, and at the same time it seems warm in case of necessity. Bags of felt differ with good capacity and allow carrying in them a lot of female attributes. At the same time, they keep a good shape, and after a day's work, you can safely go shopping with such a bag. To the image of casual will fit voluminous shoppers, models tote in gray and black tones. Each accessory has its own original decor. Aijan generously decorates bags with appliques, paillettes, and stones. This embroidery with sakura. Here, very unique materials are used, pearls, Swarovski. Embroidered animals, flowers, geometric figures, and inscriptions in various techniques. This is what makes each bag unique. In the future, the designer plans to add elements of national color. I want to create another line with the national segment, or Kazakh segment, where there are patterns and so on, because despite the name Uki, the first collection we created more aimed at the Western audience. Universality, ecology, and uniqueness, three whales on which the Uki brand stands. Aijan suggests that the girls combine the concept of practicality and individuality. Do not be afraid of catchy colors and a noticeable decor. Even better if you have more than one model in your collection. For 10 years, she has been planning to find her own brand. She trained with foreign designers, won a fashion designers contest, and managed to work as a teacher in Kazakhstan universities. Aygerim Akenova, a new name in fashion. Her brand, Ayken, is a theme of travel, harmony of man and nature, as well as the philosophy of nomads. Even nowadays, we are all actually nomads. We move from one apartment to another, from one city to another, to different countries. We study or we go on business trips. And in principle, the whole world became very nomadic. Therefore, I found this very currently important. And the brand from Kazakhstan is something to share. We have a certain mentality. Aygerim presented her first collection in 2016. The line, entitled Horizons, was inspired by the steppe, sky, and Baikonur Cosmodrome. The designer used fabrics with protective properties and wrinkle-resistant models of flax. In addition to the use of technological materials, the designer is distinguished by careful work on the concept. Nature, culture, and modern architecture have become permanent sources of inspiration for Aygerim. So the autumn-winter collection, What If, is dedicated to Polynesians and steppe nomads. Aygerim, through clothes, shows the connection and differences of the two peoples.
Казахстан за пределами, за границей, также известен как и страна, самая крупная страна, которая...
Kazakhstan abroad is also known as the largest country, which is the most remote from the world's oceans. Polynesia is surrounded only by the ocean. This is one of the main contrasts. The climate is very different. At the same time, there is much in common. There's a certain tribalism. There is respect for the older generation. This is a certain system of society, too. And the brown color, which is the Kazakh traditional color.
Это такой определенный устрой общества тоже, в том числе коричневый цвет, который у казахов, традиционно honor.
These connections Aygerim Akenova demonstrates with the help of fabric, shades, and prints. For example, the Mauna Kea sweater symbolizes the similarly named volcano and mountains of Kazakhstan. And the dress, Kirigie, this is the steppe expanses, the ocean, and the islands.
Значит, здесь целая, получается, история такая идет. Вот этот цвет.
Here is the whole story. This one is the color of the ocean. Here we can see in the shades of the sky and clouds are represented. A red color that also unites hibiscus, which is the national flower of Hawaii. Red color of our poppies.
Национальный, скажем так, цветок Гавайев и красный цвет наших маков, да.
Aigerim also passes the nomadic spirit through new forms. She interprets the familiar silhouettes in the modern vision. For example, the designer transforms national chapan into universal trench coats.
Вот эти вот технологичные ткани, которые они суперлегкие, то есть идея.
These are the technological fabrics. They're super light. That is, the idea of this trench was that it should be folded into a backpack and bag and continue to travel if there is no rain. There should be functional clothing, one of the main requirements of a nomad. Individuality, quality, and idea. This is what unites the collections of Aigerim Akenova. For the designer, designs is a method of communication. Heroines of her brand can emphasize the legacy of Central Asia and at the same time be their own in any countries of the world. New Year mood is in full swing in the air and inspires designers to create festive collections. So Aygul Kasimova presented a new line in which you will find many elegant dresses. A festive spirit is set, for example, by a metallized cloth that takes us to the era of disco. I always believe that the new year and generally every day you need to meet in a dress that suits you. This is a very first requirement. That's what you feel good about, what emphasizes the dignity of your figure, and what will keep you energetically, give you joy and a good mood. In addition, the designer recommends experimenting. For example, dresses and skirts can be safely combined with shoes or leather jackets. If you prefer chic, the image will be complemented by shiny shoes or exquisite jewelry. I recommend to wear diamonds for the new year, and the more elegant they look, the larger the cut. Or maybe it's some kind of unique filigree pava, any unusual design. Atmosphere of the holiday is felt through the advertising campaign of the collection. Famous bloggers took part in it. We wanted to convey an easy mood, somewhere naughty and so not frozen, not pretentious, not obliged to anyone. That was the mood of Aygul Kasimova. At least I thought so. We went on the skate, we climbed on the table, and due to it, I like this collection of Aygul Kasimova. Definitely, the girl in a dress from Aygul Kasimova on New Year's Eve will be charged with a positive. This is indicated by the choice of colors. There are very bright colors, such as red, electric blue, and blue. Here we stand next to the dress, a rich red. They are very bright and eye-catching. Even when choosing a holiday image, you should pay attention to comfort. Therefore, it is not necessary to celebrate the new year in the shackling movements of dresses. This is the opinion of Aygul Kasimova. Her new collection is dresses which, after the holiday, will take a worthy place in the everyday wardrobe. In honor of the new year, the capital's designers also made happy women of fashion with their capsule collections. Festive lines were presented by Bibisar A, Munira Couture, Nail by Kuch Ukov, Dinara Sadjan, and Aida Kaumenova. We use velvet, sequins, as this is the new year and people want more shine. We do what we want to wear, what our mothers would wear, and what could be worn for both the day-to-day and the solemn events. The collection turned out feminine and modern. It features bombers, elegant dresses, and cardigans. In the new year, Kaumenova suggests choosing the colors of cocoa, turquoise, and nude. These outfits can be worn both at a party and at work. The opposite is the collection of Nail by Kuchokov. His dresses are only for attending big events. There are also short, long ones with capes, open and without, with plumes, lush and narrow. For example, if this event is simpler, she can put on a cocktail dress. If it's a ball, she can put on a fluffy dress. The designer uses a wide variety of fabrics. It is cardesane, veiling, a combination of a grid with a velvet pattern. Nail also did not ignore the patlet fabric. It is used on almost all 15 outfits. Designer prepared festive clothes for the little girls. In the line, Nail kids' dresses with floral embroidery and stones are presented. This is a collection that, from childhood, teaches children to luxury. That is, since childhood, girls learn to wear long dresses on the floor, lush and narrow. We even have children's fish. That is, since childhood, girls are ready for this. The children's line was presented by Dinara Sadjan. Images for little girls closely related with adult dresses. This is the basic models and evening dresses. I have a daughter, and probably even before the birth of Diana, I really like to look at girls who are in such beautiful outfits, and then, in order to develop, improve this culture among girls. Designers offer to meet 2018 in all its glory, and for this you need a spectacular outfit in which you will feel like a queen, or a little princess. On New Year's Eve, you want to look especially attractive. Therefore, in addition to the ideal outfit, perfect makeup is important. Someone makes a makeup that fits the dress, but someone likes to experiment. Kazakhstan women of fashion described what kind of makeup they plan to apply. For the new year, I will have a velvet suit of black color, so I plan to make a little light smock and apply a red lipstick. I frankly want to try a trend with golden eyebrows and golden eyelashes. At the moment, I'm in search of suitable things for this. Since I will have a dress all shiny and paillettes, I choose such a natural makeup. But these will be nude lips, but my eyes are brighter. An American makeup artist, Eduardo Ferreira, decided to help to those who are still in doubt. He demonstrated an actual and at the same time universal makeup for the new year. According to him, the foundation of any successful makeup is healthy skin.
The right foundation is the one that you do. It's very simple. You do on your forehead, like I'm doing now, and just by warming a little bit, it disappears. You don't see it.
The main rule when creating an image, even in New Year's, is the placement of accents. Eduardo decided to make out lips in this makeup.
Nowadays we say the new eyes are the lips, right? That is really the trend. So that's why I contour the lip with a very dark brown, actually eye pencil. And then afterwards, I used crushed lip in this amazing color, which is blackberry.
The main motto of the holiday image is more shiny. To sparkle in the literal sense of the word, try eyeshadows, highlighter, or powder with shiny particles. And better give preference to persistent cream formulas.
It has lots of pigment. You just do it with your fingers. And it looks absolutely stunning. I always start with a color that is very close to the natural color. And you know something? I also use it a little bit like a highlighter.
In such a holiday, we want to make a brilliant in all senses of eye makeup. Eyeshadows and eyeliner with a shimmer, what you need for the new year. But it is better to apply them in quite a small amount.
It's all about sparkle on the eyes, like with this kind of formulas. And actually I use the eyeshadows not only for the eyes, but also to enhance the glowy around the eye.
Winged eyeliner completes the makeup, which will emphasize the expressiveness of the eyes. And silvery eyeshadows with a shimmering effect will give the eyes a shine. This makeup draws the attention of others on the perfect line of the lips and at the same time makes the look spectacular. To avoid misunderstandings before the festive evening, make a trial makeup. So on the eve of the new year, you will know exactly what funds will be required and how long the preparation will take.